They'll start the drive with Elliott. Skirts by him at the 35. Zeke with a shake. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 73 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. The first play from scrimmage. Some of these people haven't even taken their seat.
That's what is commonly known as a fast start. That's what my horse racing friends would say. They caught a flyer out of the gate, and guess what? They're in the lead now.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. And that pick just sets them up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Freeman. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. On 3rd down, Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. And they'll get this down to the 10. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another first and goal.
47. Here we go, 47. 26.
Now Elliott. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 26, 26.
He's going to get it running right. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now Ryan on second down. Caught by Sanu. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Now Ryan. It's caught. Yards as they convert on 4th. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Gun. Hey, express.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down. To throw is Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Hey, express.
They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
12.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
And as a defender, if you go with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that, but have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be...
When we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Look like Madden trying to give you an out.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy.
Here we go, going to 54, going to 54, wide. Here we go, 47, 47, under.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I don't care what anyone says. I want a big-time back gain in this kind of yardage each and every time I step on the field. A tone setter, these guys are hard to find.
Let's go, let's finish now.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Check.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys will take over.
As a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
21.
On second down, Ryan. Suter with a grab over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Caught on the right side by Jones. A gain of 6 there on first.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Throw left side complete. It's Jones. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Come in and keep drives going.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the shotgun, Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons cut into that lead. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. A first down throw for Prescott. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. On 3rd down, it's Elliott. Oh, Zeke with a quick feed. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 48. 26.
A give to Elliott. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Call it a gain of a yard as it brings us to the end of the first half. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
This complete to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. They go play action here. Yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen
Thank you.
Smith. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Here we go, 47. 26.
The give is to Elliott. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, wide 8. Here we go, kill. Here we go, wide 8. Good. Here we go, 46. 46.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Prescott from the gun. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. There he goes. Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 82
Stop
yards.
blitzing.
And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
Partner, you know the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy gets your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Wiggles free. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I don't know what you do without Jones.
A few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates,
Stop it.
the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
20, 21.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Go figure.
Wide out Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really
It's up 4th. Fourth down. Here's Ryan. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that. But finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second down, Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big play here for the Cowboys. And even 40 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
Let's get off the field. Blitz. Run and run it. Yeah, baby.
Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
On third down, it's Elliott. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. They go play action with Ryan. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They go play action now. Ryan. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. He started out having some troubles back in the first half.
Crown.of.souls VA757 is where you can find his ass whipping on YouTube.
That just won't do, so I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
And that will be incomplete as well. Anthony Brown right there to knock.
Inside move before they break to the out, and you have to respect that as a defensive guy, because if you let them, what they say, cross your face or get across you in the middle of the field, usually you're beaten on a route, and that's an easier throw for the quarterback. So you ordinarily take a step over to make sure you seal that off. In this case, he was able to not only do that, but react back to the sideline and bat the ball down.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Now it's Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Ryan. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw again is Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Ryan to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st down, Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my... They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains,
she got out there blitz,
and lead his team.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go, 47. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing here, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
right there. We're going right there. Ready, take it.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up
Now
a
that's how
first
you
and
keep
goal.
using the player over and over again.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This
Run
thing is
game
ugly.
strong.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter?
Run it up.
These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try.
We got 46. Hey, 47. 41's the will. 26.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Pride
Yeah,
drive.
sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Play clock down to
Gladly
0.
accepted.
And this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back them up 5.
Now there's a connection problem. Don't matter. It's already recording. This ain't gonna get you out of a daggone embarrassment.
And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout.
I'll use
That'll
one
leave
of
them
mine.
with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
YouTube, I know y'all see this. This is the true definition of a hoe move. But if you like what you've seen, ladies and gentlemen, like what you've seen, remember to like and subscribe. Remember to like and subscribe as we on this countdown right here for your boy, Jones Boy 8812. Y'all shout him out, though. Garbage can juice. They about to kick him for excessive. Actually, now I'm going to go ahead and call another timeout.
Now problems
Psych.
right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Shout out to Jones Boy 8812. Y'all follow him on PS4 Network, man. He took this whooping like a G. Not really. Ain't said nothing in that mic, but I know he listening. If you like what you seen, ladies and gentlemen, like what you seen, remember to like and subscribe. Remember to like and subscribe, and we out of here. Yeah!